Welcome back to Edge Connect, the podcast where we decode Wi-Fi mysteries, bust some networking myths, and keep you ahead of the latest trends. Whether you're an IoT pro, a service provider, or just someone who's totally fed up with battling bad Wi-Fi, yeah, we get it. We've got you covered. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into today's topic.
That's right. So today we're diving into one of the biggest Wi-Fi battlegrounds, managed Wi-Fi in multi-dwelling units, or MDUs. We're talking apartments, dorms, senior living apartment, and other high-density living spaces where Wi-Fi is both essential and, well, practically a deal-breaker for some people when choosing where to live. I mean, who cares about the gym if your Wi-Fi can't even handle a video call?
Oh, definitely. You know that feeling when you're right at the best part of a show and then, boom, buffering? Ugh, it's the worst.
Oh yeah, I've been there. No surprise at all. You know why? That's because most MDUs are packed with people, each one with multiple devices all competing for bandwidth. It's like a digital traffic jam at rush hour.
That's the point. You know? And on top of that, you've got Wi-Fi signals bouncing off walls, dead zones in the weirdest places, and interference from your neighbor's networks. Not to mention security concerns. Nobody wants uninvited guests on their Wi-Fi.
Yup. But let's think about this. If you're out apartment hunting, what do you check first? The view? The kitchen? Maybe the gym?
Haha, all valid points, but come on, let's be real. These days, Wi-Fi quality is creeping up the priority list. Nobody wants to sign a lease only to find out they're stuck with snail-speed internet.
Exactly. And yet, how many people actually ask about Wi-Fi infrastructure before they move in? A lot of folks just assume it'll be fine until they start working from home and realize their video calls freeze every 5 minutes.
The struggle is real. And you know what? We found a fun little trick to check if your future apartment has solid Wi-Fi. Just ask the leasing office, hey, what kind of Wi-Fi do you have? Is it Wi-Fi 5, 6, or even 7? Trust me, they'll take you seriously. You'll sound like an expert, and they might even go the extra mile to get you the right info.
Huh. That's actually a great way to see how much they care about connectivity. If they hesitate or don't know, well, might be a red flag.
Exactly. And if they say Wi-Fi 6 or even Wi-Fi 7, then you know they're serious about giving residents a good experience.
Speaking of Wi-Fi 6 and 7, these new technologies aren't just about speed. They're about handling more devices smoothly, reducing interference, and making sure everyone in an MDU can stream, game, and work without issues. Features like OFDMA, MU-MIMO, and multi-link operation EMLO help multiple devices communicate efficiently. Think of OFDMA like a high-efficiency carpool lane, MU-MIMO, as adding extra lanes to a highway, and MLO as giving you multiple parallel highways to travel on. More space, less congestion.
So we're basically becoming traffic controllers, but for Wi-Fi signals?
Pretty much. And don't forget about structural obstacles, concrete walls, multiple floors, even metal doors. These things kill Wi-Fi signals.
And that's exactly where solutions like mesh networking come in. It's like giving your Wi-Fi a relay team to pass the signal around your home. And for areas like stairwells and parking garages, Wi-Fi Halo is a game changer. It's built to go the distance.
Exactly. Oh, and speaking of interference, let's talk about that for a second. When you live in an MDU, your Wi-Fi isn't the only one in the air. You've got dozens of neighbors' routers fighting for the same airwaves.
Yeah, it's like a crowded subway station during rush hour. Everyone pushing, shoving, and stepping on each other's feet just to get a connection.
Perfect analogy. That's why technologies like BSS coloring help reduce co-channel interference by tagging signals from different networks. It's like giving each commuter their own designated space.
Oh, and then, of course, there's security. Because let's be honest, nobody wants their neighbors accidentally connecting to their network, or worse, snooping on their data.
Oh yeah, imagine seeing someone else's printer pop up on your device. It's creepy. That's why VLAN segmentation and WPA3 encryption are critical for keeping each tenant's network isolated and secure. VLAN segmentation works by creating separate virtual networks for each tenant, ensuring their data stays private and preventing cross-network interference. Meanwhile, WPA3 encryption strengthens security by offering better protection against brute force attacks and encrypting data, even on open networks, making it much harder for unauthorized users to snoop or hack into a resident's connection.
So, we've tackled congestion, interference, and security, but there's still one major question. How do MDU managers or service providers actually keep all of this running smoothly?
Right, because setting up Wi-Fi is one thing, but managing it? That's a whole different ballgame. That's a whole different challenge. Imagine handling hundreds of residents, all with their own devices, expecting seamless internet 24/7.
And let's be honest, if something goes wrong, who do they call first? Not their ISP. The property managers get the heat, so they need a solution that keeps things under control without turning them into full-time IT support.
That's where cloud controllers come in. Instead of scrambling to fix network issues on site, managers can monitor and optimize everything remotely. They allow real-time adjustments, troubleshooting, and performance optimizations without the hassle of physical maintenance.
Yep, and that's just step one. When you combine cloud-based management with AI detection, things get even smarter. AI can analyze network traffic, predict failures before they happen, and even suggest automatic fixes. That means fewer tenant complaints, less downtime, and more efficient operations.
Yes. Think of it like having an always-on assistant watching over the network, fine-tuning things before they become a problem. And for service providers managing multiple properties, this means scalability, handling dozens of MDUs without needing a massive IT team.
So it's not just about setting up good Wi-Fi, it's about managing it in a way that keeps tenants happy and operations smooth. That's why centralized network management is a must-have for MDUs today.
Speaking of cost, let's talk ROI. Investing in better Wi-Fi infrastructure isn't just about improving internet speeds. It actually increases property value.
Exactly. Think about it. Tenants today consider high-quality Wi-Fi as essential as running water. Apartments and dorms that offer top-tier connectivity are way more attractive to renters.
And for MDU managers and service providers, there's another key factor: vendor lock-in. Traditionally, many have been tied to a single brand ecosystem, forced to pay high hardware costs, expensive software upgrades, and locked into limited expansion options.
That's why Open Wi-Fi is such a game changer. It removes vendor lock-in, allowing providers to choose from a variety of hardware vendors without sacrificing performance or compatibility. This flexibility means they can scale and upgrade their networks based on actual needs, not just because a single vendor says it's time for an upgrade.
And when you're talking about long-term costs, that flexibility directly improves TCO, total cost of ownership. Providers get better pricing, more upgrade choices, and freedom from mandatory, expensive software licensing fees.
And here's the best part. This doesn't just benefit the providers. When MDU managers can reinvest those savings into better network infrastructure, tenants get higher quality service and more reliable internet.
Yes, you nailed it. Plus, without vendor lock-in, providers have the flexibility to expand and upgrade their networks as needed, meaning tenants will continue to enjoy the latest advancements in Wi-Fi technology, rather than being stuck with outdated, underperforming setups.
Wow, that was a lot to cover today. Let's do a quick recap so it all sticks.
Yeah, good call. All right, first up, Wi-Fi congestion. What's the best way to handle that in MDUs?
Easy, Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7. With features like OFDMA and MU-MIMO, networks can handle more devices without slowing down.
And for coverage?
That's where mesh networking and Wi-Fi Halo shine, making sure every corner of an MDU gets strong, reliable signal.
Right. And interference?
BSS coloring and dynamic frequency management help keep signals clear, even in crowded environments.
And we can't forget security, because nobody wants their neighbor accidentally connecting to their Wi-Fi.
VLAN segmentation and WPA3 encryption keep networks private and secure.
Then there's the management side. Cloud controllers and AI-powered network monitoring help keep everything running smoothly while reducing headaches for service providers.
And finally, Open Wi-Fi removes vendor lock-in, allowing MDU managers to upgrade networks flexibly and cost-effectively, which also means better, future-proofed Wi-Fi for tenants.
Perfect. And for any service providers out there, upgrading your MDU networks isn't just about better performance. It's about keeping your tenants happy, reducing operational headaches, and future-proofing your business.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And after today's deep dive into MDU Wi-Fi, we hope you walk away with a clearer picture of how these networks are built, managed, and why they matter so much.
Yup, MDUs are becoming one of the most critical spaces for next-gen Wi-Fi development. And as technology continues to evolve, service providers and property managers have more opportunities than ever to create seamless, high-performance connectivity for tenants.
Whether it's smarter network management, eliminating vendor lock-in, or preparing for future Wi-Fi advancements, there's so much potential in this space, and it's only going to grow.
And that's why it's important to stay ahead of the game. Keep learning, keep adapting, and most importantly, keep building networks that make a difference.
And that's a wrap for today. Thanks for joining us on EdgeConnect. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for our next episode as we dive into more Wi-Fi trends and innovations.
Stay connected and binge responsibly. Bye.
Bye.